One of the biggest challenge of every young African woman who is in the diaspora is challenge of making your hair. It's extremely expensive, and this is a free business idea I'm giving to anybody who wants to travel. Just learn how to make a hair. Just that simple business. When you travel outside, you can make a huge sum of money out of it. I did not know. Like, I had learned how to make it. Now I'm struggling. But hey, let's go into today's video. Today's video is about how you can thrive, not survive. No, thrive, meaning flourish or prosper or kind of thing when you relocate to another country. So come with me. Welcome to today's video. My name is Grace and this is Personal Grooming with Grace. Today we are talking about relocation, how you can thrive when you relocate. And as many of you may know from watching some other videos, I am currently pursuing PhD in Thailand, and it's been a beautiful journey, although it was extremely hard decision because I didn't want to leave my business at home and then come for PhD, but I love the two. I love to do the two, and the decision was like, actually it made me depressed for a very long period of time, and I kept postponing the time that I'll start my PhD, kept writing emails and postponing, and I realized that I can no more postpone again, so I just had to come. And here am I. Well, it's been a great journey. It's been a great time being here, and I want to share with you how you can thrive when you travel. And for me, I have had a lot of experiences because it's not just traveling outside my country, but I've traveled to other places, and then even in my country, I've traveled or I've relocated to some places or some regions aside my homeland or my hometown. So like I've traveled to about different regions, 2 or 3, and I was able to thrive perfectly in those places. I think that I would want to share to anyone who is relocating outside the country or even within your country but in a different region. So let's get right into it. The first point I'll talk about is research about the country or the place you are going even before you go. So even before you go, read about it, Google the place you are going, the country name, their lifestyle, the food they eat, all those research, basic research, things you don't do there, things you do there, and all of those things. Read about it. And a lot of this information is on YouTube. Just watch a lot of videos as you want. So for me, one of the things I was able to know was that here you don't put toilet tissues in the toilet bowl. I don't know whether it's all parts of Thailand, but so it was in my mind, but habits from where I'm coming from, and then I came here. So habits, I know I read about it, I know, but habits made me just put just one tissue in the toilet bowl, and for like 3 days I could not, like, my bowl could not flush properly because it looks like the toilet bowl the tissue has choked somewhere or something. And for me it was like, this is not how it happens in my country. So I realized that, what I read was true. I don't know whether it's true everywhere around Thailand, but I think I experienced that. From that time, I don't do that again. So you have to read. There are certain countries that you don't do certain things, and you have to be able to read and know that, this place is like this, it's like this. I know there are certain countries that even in the toilets, like just like a public toilet, hotel toilets or conference toilet room, where the sinks are, there are cameras and all of that in there, except inside the toilet. And so whatever you do there, you may be caught. So it's important that you read and research. Point number 2 is have an agile mindset. Agile is AGILE, and it is the ability to create and adapt to change. So your mindset should be a little flexible, of course, not with your values. So there are people who get to the diaspora and then they change totally as if it wasn't them in their home country. I mean, change almost everything about them. It means that you did not have value in the first place. But you have to change your mindset to be able to adapt to certain situations and to be able to create certain changes, but not with your values, no, not with your standards, no, especially if your standards are solidified on a certain foundation. You don't change it because you have traveled. So you would realize that where you are, they have different kinds of foods, they have different kinds of dressing that they dress, which is different from where you are coming from. Be able to accommodate it. Don't see them to be weird or see them to be because they like wearing short trousers or short this, that. You see them to be people. No, it's their way of life. So you have to be able to be flexible in your mind and adapt it and accept the change. But you know who you are, so whatever dressing you used to dress like that. Don't change because you are in a certain country or in a certain environment. If that is your standard, stick to your standard. You don't change. Another thing is people's way of life. You may see that the way of life may be too different from where you are coming from. So be able to adopt it. There is one situation that when I came here for the first time, and I know one of my senior colleagues from my former university, and he called me that, Grace, we are going for dinner, please join us. And we went for the dinner with his friends. And for me, where I am coming from, when someone invites you for dinner, I mean, it's like you are going to eat free of charge. However, after eating, they brought the bill and then everyone is supposed to pay for their bill. I'm like, I did not invite myself. You invited me. I mean, in my mind. So what do I have to pay for what I ate? I was sitting my somewhere. I did not invite myself. You told me that we should just go out and have dinner. But this is how the culture of Thailand is. You eat together, but you pay for what you eat. When you go to visit someone or someone invites you on a party, you have to take something with you to send to the place. But from where I am coming from, we usually go there just to eat. We don't take anything there. We don't just give anything to the person, just go eat and come back. And for me, like 2 years coming, I've tried to make my mind and like a global mindset, think globally, not like locally. So I knew these things, and I knew that it is not right that we do some of these things. Like you go to the restaurant with someone and you eat, and then the person is supposed to pay everything. But there was this change of mindset, and there was this thing, cultural mindset also there. So I realized that, okay, this is how they do their things, right? I think it's in line with what I have come to learn and what I know. So yeah, it's okay, I'll pay for my meal. And from that time, I've easily adapted to it. I don't expect people to pay for things for me. I easily pay for my meals. I easily give when I go to somewhere or where someone invites me to a certain place and all of that, so that you don't become a burden to people. But this was different from where I was coming from, and this is something that you have to learn and adapt. Be flexible with how you think, be flexible with your mindset, and live so that, I mean, you don't become burden to people, and then you can enjoy where you are. You can be thoroughly accepted where you are, and then you can live and thrive there forever and ever. Amen. Point number 3, make Google Map your friend. There are some places that Google Map is not working like that. It's like, I mean, when you put in this one, it will send you to somewhere. But a lot lot of the countries, lots of developed countries and some developing countries, I mean, the system is working 24/7. So Google Map is perfectly working as well. So wherever you want to go, when you know the address, just enter the address in Google Map and then you will be right there. You'll not be lost. You don't have to be afraid of getting missing anywhere. No, you can get a train, whatever mode of transport to get to the place, and you can do all that you want to do. So learn how to use Google Map if you don't know how to use it, because it will really help you when you relocate. Point number 4. So point number 4 is learn simple vocabularies of their language. So whatever language that the country you are in speaks, try to learn simple vocabularies. You can learn even before you go there, or you can learn when you get there, and this will help you in your communication. Learn things like hello, how to say hello in their language, how to say how are you, how to say I am fine, how to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how to say some certain things, how to buy something. I mean, I want to buy this, or I want to borrow this, or can you show me this? All those simple communication sentences in their language you should be able to learn, and it will help ease your movement. Yeah, because in Thailand a lot of people do not speak English. A lot of them speak Thai. Only few people speak English, and so you have to be able to learn how to speak a little bit of Thai here and there. Sawadee ka means hello or good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and then how are you, I am fine, and all of those things. And the moment you are able to speak the language, the people identify you easily, like, oh, you like our country, you love our language, so they come a little close, and they are always in the mood to help you no matter what. And sometimes when you are maybe at a place where you need direction, the moment you speak the language, the people also want to speak with you. So you can use apps like Drop or Duolingo and all of those apps, and I try to speak, try to learn, try hard. The 5th point is one of the very important points I will make in this video, and that is join a community, a group, or a club. Any group of people that you think that you can join them. It can be a language class, it can be a fellowship, a church fellowship, a club, I mean a group of international people, maybe from Africa, international people in the diaspora, blah blah blah. You can join them, and it's so important, because the moment you join them, it gives you a sense of community. It gives you the ability or that foundation to make a lot of friends who are like you, who have who have the same thinking as you are, because you join them because they have a certain purpose. Like, we are all learning Thai, or we are all in church, we are all Christians, or we are all from other countries and we are in Thai, we are all international students, and this thing gives you a sense of community. And this is what has held me in almost all of my traveling, all of my relocation, whether in my country or outside my country. What I easily adapt to is that I join a fellowship. Church. I am a church girl. I am not ashamed to say that. I'm so proud to be. I am a church girl. So wherever I go, I relocate to, I find a church and then I join. And this has always helped me. It makes you feel that sense of community. Have people that you have no idea where they come from, but they are like your sisters and your brothers, and you get to know people the more, and you have that community. And now you don't really have that missing for where you are coming from, because you have a new family here. So join a community. When I came, my hair, I could not get someone to make my hair because I did not know anybody, and most of the natives do not know how to make this kind of hair, like the African hair. So, and then especially retouching, they don't know. So I struggled. I had to go on Facebook and Google to search for African salons. I got one though, but the person was a native, and still I didn't really like how she did my hair. But when I found myself in a fellowship which was more or less like an international kind of fellowship. Oh, people know where a lot of people are because they've been here for years. So they gave me all the direction, and I was like, "Ah, my life is so easy." And thanks to them, I really appreciate it because they have a lot of information. They have been here. They've gone through all the hurdles to be able to know where what is what. And then you just have to tap into their knowledge. And I was able to locate someone who is an African and does hair so well. And that's where I started doing my hair. You see, was just in a community. If I had just stayed home, I mean, I've traveled, so no church, no one should bother me, blah, 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 I would be here and be struggling with my hair. But now I can go and do my hair and enjoy my life, So join a community, join church. Don't travel and say I'll not go to church. That's not nice of you. Go to church, okay. Point number 6. Point number 6, be friendly. Be friendly. Be willing to talk to people, smile at people, be willing to help people. Read in between the lines. Don't be lost in your world. As you walk on the streets, look around. There are also other people who have just traveled and they are finding it difficult to find their way somewhere. I meet a lot of them a lot of times. Help them even though they have not asked. When you know how confused their face look like and how they are struggling to figure out something, just go to them and ask if I can help or if I can help you with something. Be friendly always. I cannot count the number of times that people, I have no idea who they are. We just sat in the car and they just smile at you. I'm walking on the streets and they just smile at you. And just their smile is everything, So you to do the same to people. Smile at people, talk to people, help people. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 18, verse 24, a man who has friends must himself be friendly. But there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, So if you want to have friends, you yourself should be friendly. I can't count the number of friends I've made over this short period of time. Lots of friends. And then we go out to buffets, we go out to tour, we go out for a lot of things. And I just feel like that's my second home. Be friendly and then be a community person. Be part of this community. What I do is that wherever I go, whatever my new home is or my new environment is, I take it personal. I take it like it's my own. So when I come here, when I'm walking on the streets and then I see some rubbish on the streets that is not supposed to be there, I just pick it and put it in the dustbin. I am here. So here is my country. Here is where I belong to. I need to act like I am not a stranger here. So belong, be a friend and help people. And you also have that kind of help given to you. To whom much is given, much is expected. So be a friend, okay? Last one I want to talk about. Tip number 7 is that you have to stay curious because you came here for a purpose, whether for school, for work, for whatever it is. Those are new environments. People know something you do not know. You see things that you have never seen before. You have experiences that you've never had before. So stay curious. Don't just be indoor, just thinking about yourself. Go out there to learn about the culture, learn about how Thai people are like this, how US people are like this, how Europeans are like this. Learn about all of these things. There are positive things that these people have that is making them flourish in a certain way. Learn all of these things. I've learned a lot of virtues in Thai and I'll make a video on those ones. But you have to stay curious to be able to learn. When you see seminars somewhere on any social media that is within your area of travel, sometimes 2 hours travel, 1 hour travel, go there and learn for your life, learn for your home country, learn for your children, learn everything that you can find learnable. Stay curious. It's very important. Stay curious. If you are in a school, I mean, go to your lab, look at all the equipment that is not in your country or is not in your formal university. Learn how to use it. Stay curious, because knowledge is power. And I'll end my video here, and I wish you all the best if you are in any country now and you are trying to find your feet. You know, you thrive. Don't worry, you thrive. You thrive. And if you are now going to any country, I wish you safe flight, and I pray that everything will work together for your good. On this note, if you have not subscribed, please do well to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.